Hello, my name is Ronald Armstrong, and welcome to this first part of the training plan that Group 1 has come up with for business in Japan. This first part is Strategic Business Training Plan in Japan. So let's go ahead and get started. In this presentation, I will go over the purpose of the training for each project manager, the training schedule before the project manager travels over to Japan. Each one needs to have an understanding of what business is like in Japan. Japan is different. It's a different world that most people do not know. Then we will go over the scorecard for Japan, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis for Japan, and next, the evaluation of your training, and finally, the conclusion. The purpose of this training is to prepare project managers for conducting business in Japan. Japan is a strong global leader with many business opportunities to benefit our company. This training plan will provide guidance on how to conduct strategic and business management in Japan, as well as how to follow certain guidelines while in Japan. Business is war over there. So a project manager needs to pay attention to the training to be ready and not to insult their counterparts while at a meeting. The training approach and training requirements. First, the training is a two-part approach divided into two blocks. Block 1 is knowledge-based on the political, social, cultural, and business environments. The knowledge block consists of the training and lectures by personnel who have worked in Japan and with Japanese businessmen and women. Each environment has a training handout that is a reading requirement prior to the lectures. The second training approach, Block 2, consists of demonstrating the knowledge learned from Block 1 with application in a simulated Japan business environment, more or less a day in the life of Japan business. All participants are required to attend the simulated Japan business environment and complete their objective. A post-test will be administered the last day with a minimum passing score of 75%. An outbrief in an open forum or on the simulated business plan will be held. Lessons learned will be discussed with constructive feedback by all members. Remember, the training plan is an evolving document, so we need your input. So here's the schedule. The Japanese training schedule is divided in two blocks as discussed in the training. The trainers consist of Japanese citizens and project managers who have experience working in Japan with a focus on not repeating negative lessons learned. Block 1 consists of knowledge through lectures, reading, and interactive training. Block 1 is 4 business days. First day is focused on an environment. There are 4 total. There are sequential learning patterns. Block 2 consists of integrated the knowledge from Block 1 and performing in a simulated Japanese business setting. So let's go over each day. Here is day 1 and day 2 of the training for the project managers. Day 3 and day 4. Now remember, this is Block 1. So let's go on to Block 2. Here's the schedule for Block 2, days 5 and 6. With the training out of the way, let's go ahead and go on to the scorecard for Japan and why we should conduct business in Japan. Looking at the scorecard, we see that in every environment there is a high positive impact that Japan has on those environments. The reason for this is that Japan is a rich economically opportunity waiting for our company and those that are willing to take a chance and start an enterprise there. That's why this training for strategic and business management is so important for our project managers. Remember, the results of the training is extremely important for each one or project manager to focus on and be ready to conduct business while in Japan. Very honor and respective environments there, as well as a society. Now that you know how important of conducting business is with Japan, let's go over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat analysis with that in mind. The project that we were going to go over to Japan and discuss, as well as perfect, is the Global 7km Mesh Non-Hydrostatic Model Intercomparison Project for Improving Typhoon Forecast. We've discussed this before, so that information is already known to each project manager. Just remember that what we were trying to do the training on is how to conduct ourselves in a business environment in Japan. Here's the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threat analysis. There are analysis objectives. There are internal factors with strengths and weaknesses, as well as external factors, and then the evaluation objectives. Once everything is understood, now we can go on to the training evaluation. The evaluation of the training program is dependent upon the trainee and the instructor feedback. The training program recognizes that trainees will have a varying base knowledge prior to enrollment. Most importantly, feedback from trainees who have worked in Japan on the project will be the medium to measure the training program effectiveness. As you can see, to make our training stronger, we will need each project manager to give their feedback on the training. We want this training to continuously evolve and make each project manager who goes to another country a better representative of our company. In this presentation, I went over Group 1's training plan for the strategic business management with Japan. This is part 1. This is a three-part series. I went over the purpose of the training schedule, the scorecard, and the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats analysis of our project and the benefits that Japan will have for our company. Also, finally, how this training will be evaluated. Thank you for your attention and have a good day.